Welcome back to ADCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the whirlwind of drama, secrets, and high-stakes action that's set to unfold on General Hospital during the week of March 3rd to 7th. Buckle up, because this week promises to deliver everything fans love about Port Charles: shocking revelations, emotional reunions, and nail-biting twists that will leave you on the edge of your seat. A Mother's Dilemma: Lulu Spencer's Explosive Secrets. Let's start with Lulu Spencer, a character whose life seems to be teetering on the brink of chaos. For weeks now, Lulu has been grappling with a moral and emotional dilemma that could change everything for the people around her. On one hand, she's determined to expose Giovanni Gio Palmieri's shady dealings, a secret that could have serious repercussions for Brooklyn Court-Chase. But here's where things get even more complicated. Brooklyn is hiding a bombshell of her own, a teen pregnancy that could send shockwaves through Port Charles if revealed. Lulu's fiery determination to uncover the truth is admirable, but it's also a double-edged sword. If she exposes Gio and Brooklyn, she risks alienating key people in her life, including Dante Falconeri. Dante has already been through so much with Lulu, and another betrayal, no matter how well-intentioned, could drive an irreparable wedge between them. But what happens if Charlotte Cassadine returns home this week? Will Lulu be so consumed by her daughter's homecoming that she abandons her quest for justice? Or will she somehow find a way to juggle both responsibilities? The timing of Charlotte's potential return couldn't be more critical, as it could force Lulu to re-evaluate her priorities in ways she never expected. Lulu's predicament raises larger questions about loyalty, family, and the cost of truth. Is it worth risking relationships to bring hidden truths to light? Or should some secrets stay buried for the sake of peace? As fans know, Lulu is not one to back down from a challenge, but this week might test her limits like never before. Jason Morgan, the reluctant hero, steps up again. While Lulu wrestles with her inner turmoil, Jason Morgan finds himself thrust into yet another rescue mission, one that could have life-altering consequences for everyone involved. Rocco Falconeri and Danny Morgan stumble upon a crucial piece of information, a text message from Charlotte Cassadine herself. The message offers a tantalizing clue about her whereabouts, and the boys waste no time bringing it to Jason's attention. Jason is no stranger to high-pressure situations, but this one feels different. Charlotte isn't just any child, she's a young girl caught in the crossfire of her father Valentin Cassadine's dangerous world. Jason knows how much it means to Lulu and the entire town to have Charlotte back in Port Charles where she belongs. But here's where things get tricky. Should Jason inform Lulu about his plans to track down Charlotte? Or should he keep her in the dark until he has concrete results? On one hand, Jason might want to spare Lulu from false hope or potential heartbreak if the lead turns out to be a dead end. On the other hand, keeping her in the dark could backfire spectacularly if she finds out later that he withheld information from her. It's a classic Jason Morgan dilemma: act alone for the greater good or involve others at the risk of complicating matters. Fans know that when Jason sets his mind on something, he rarely fails, but this mission might test even his legendary skills. Charlotte Cassadine, a teenager caught in chaos. At the heart of this week's drama is Charlotte Cassadine, a young girl whose life has been anything but ordinary. For months now, Charlotte has been living on the run with her father Valentin Cassadine, a man whose selfish choices have robbed her of a normal childhood. While Valentin claims to love his daughter deeply, his actions tell a different story. By dragging Charlotte into his dangerous lifestyle, he has isolated her from friends, family, and any semblance of stability. Charlotte's teenage years should be filled with laughter, friendships, and self-discovery. Instead, she's been forced into a life of constant danger, dodging bullets and living without a stable home, all because Valentin refuses to face the consequences of his actions. It's heartbreaking to watch Charlotte try so hard to be a good daughter while Valentin continues to put his own needs above hers. This storyline highlights some important themes about parenthood and sacrifice. What does it mean to truly put your child first? And how do you balance love with responsibility? Valentine may believe he's protecting Charlotte by keeping her close, but in reality, he's depriving her of the chance to grow into her own person. It's clear that Charlotte longs for freedom and normalcy, two things she'll never have as long as she remains under Valentine's control. The stakes are higher than ever. As these storylines converge, the stakes in Port Charles have never been higher. Jason's mission to find Charlotte could set off a chain reaction of events that changes everything for Lulu, Valentine, and even Brooklyn. If Jason succeeds in bringing Charlotte home, and let's face it, this is Jason Morgan we're talking about, it could be the catalyst for some major shifts in Port Charles. For Lulu, Charlotte's return might offer a much-needed distraction from her crusade against Gio and Brooklyn. But will it also force her to confront some uncomfortable truths about herself and her priorities? For Valentine, losing Charlotte could be the wake-up call he desperately needs, but will it come too late? And for Jason himself, this mission might reaffirm his role as Port Charles's ultimate hero, but at what cost? A week full of twists and turns. If there's one thing fans can count on this week, it's that nothing will go as expected. General Hospital has always excelled at keeping viewers guessing, and this week is no exception. From shocking revelations to emotional reunions, March 3rd to 7th feels less like an ordinary week and more like a sweeps month packed into 5 episodes. So grab your popcorn and get ready for another roller coaster ride through Port Charles. Will Lulu spill Gio and Brooklyn's secrets? Can Jason bring Charlotte home safely? And what new twists await our favorite characters? Next, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping storylines unfolding in Port Charles, a tale of secrets, lies, and family drama that's destined to change everything for Brooklyn Quartermaine, her loved ones, and the entire Quartermaine family. Buckle up as we unravel the layers of this complex narrative and explore the shocking twists that are set to rock General Hospital. The fallout, a ripple effect across Port Charles. As the truth about Joe's parentage edges closer to being exposed, viewers can expect an emotional domino effect that will impact not just Brooklyn but several key players in Port Charles. Rena Sofer, who has portrayed Lois Cerullo on and off for over 30 years, recently teased that this revelation won't just be a family matter, it will ripple far beyond the Quartermaine mansion. According to Sofer, characters like Ned Quartermaine, Olivia Falconeri, Sonny Corinthos, Tracy Quartermaine, and Dante Falconeri will all have a stake in the fallout. This is no small secret, it's a bombshell that will shatter relationships, test loyalties, and force everyone involved to confront their own past mistakes. The actress hinted that the storyline will unfold slowly, allowing each character's reaction to be explored in depth. For fans who love character-driven drama, this promises to be a goldmine of emotional storytelling. How will Sonny react when he learns his son Dante has been kept in the dark about his own child? Will Tracy's sharp tongue make matters worse for an already fragile Brooklyn? And what about Ned, will he stand by his daughter or feel betrayed by Lois's years of deception? These are just some of the questions that will keep fans glued to their screens as this storyline develops. A mother-daughter bond on the brink. Before the baby's secret even comes to light, it seems Brooklyn and Lois are headed for a major confrontation. Rena Sofer hinted in an interview with Soap Opera Digest that another storyline involving someone arriving in Port Charles will cause tension between Brooklyn and her mother. While details about this mysterious arrival remain under wraps, it's clear that whatever happens will push their already complicated relationship to the breaking point. Brooklyn has always shared a close bond with Lois, a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding despite their differences. But how much strain can that bond take before it snaps? The revelation that Lois has been hiding Joe's true identity from her daughter for years is sure to feel like the ultimate betrayal. Lois may argue that her actions weren't malicious, that she was trying to protect Brooklyn, but will her daughter see it that way? And how will this affect Brooklyn's ability to trust anyone moving forward? This storyline raises poignant questions about forgiveness and accountability. Can Brooklyn forgive her mother for keeping such a monumental secret? Or will this betrayal create an irreparable rift between them? Fans are already speculating about how their dynamic will evolve in the weeks to come and whether Lois's motivations will ultimately redeem her in Brooklyn's eyes. Lois Chirulo, a hypocrite or a protector? One of the most fascinating aspects of this storyline is Lois Chirulo herself, a character who has always prided herself on being different from the Quartermaines. As Rena Sofer pointed out in her interview, Lois left Port Charles years ago because she didn't want to raise her daughter in a world filled with lies and deception. Yet now, she finds herself guilty of perpetuating exactly what she tried so hard to avoid. Sofer described Lois's actions as hypocritical but not malicious, a distinction that adds layers of complexity to her character. It's easy to judge Lois for keeping such a huge secret from Brooklyn, but when you consider her motivations, things become murkier. Was she truly trying to protect her daughter from heartbreak? Or was she acting out of fear of losing control over a situation that spiraled far beyond what she ever intended? This duality makes Lois one of the most compelling figures in this storyline. She's not a villain in the traditional sense, she's a mother who made flawed choices with far-reaching consequences. Whether viewers sympathize with her or condemn her will likely depend on how the story continues to unfold. The secret that changes everything. At the heart of this drama is Gio, the child Brooklyn thought she gave up for adoption as a teenager but who is actually being raised right under her nose. To make matters even more complicated, Dante Falconeri is Joe's father, a fact that only Lois knows at this point. Seasoned soap opera fans had long suspected Joe's true parentage before it was confirmed on-screen, but that doesn't make the revelation any less impactful. The decision to keep Gio hidden from Brooklyn wasn't just Lois's alone, it was part of a larger web of secrets and lies that have defined much of Port Charles's history. But now that the truth is on the verge of coming out, everyone involved will have to face the consequences of their actions. How will Dante react when he learns he has a son he never knew about? Will he blame Lois or himself for not uncovering the truth sooner? And what about Gio himself? How will he process learning about his real parents after years of believing something entirely different? This storyline taps into universal themes about identity, family, and belonging, issues that resonate deeply with viewers regardless of whether they've been following General Hospital for decades or just started watching recently. Chase and Brooklyn, a love tested by secrets. Amid all this chaos, Brooklyn is also navigating challenges in her marriage to Chase. The couple tied the knot last year in what was one of General Hospital's most beautiful ceremonies, but their journey since then has been anything but smooth. Chase recently discovered he's sterile, a revelation that shattered his dreams of starting a family with Brooklyn. What Chase doesn't know yet is that Brooklyn has already been through motherhood, an experience she never shared with him until now. When she finally confesses about her teenage pregnancy and Joe's adoption, or what she believes was an adoption, how will Chase react? Will he feel betrayed by her secrecy or understand why she kept this part of her past hidden? Their relationship is at a crossroads, and how they navigate these challenges could determine whether they emerge stronger than ever or fall apart under the weight of so many secrets. What lies ahead? As we look ahead to what promises to be an unforgettable week on General Hospital, one thing is clear. Nothing will ever be the same for Brooklyn Quartermaine or those closest to her. With secrets unraveling, relationships tested, and new characters entering the fray, there's no shortage of drama on the horizon. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this captivating storyline, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think Brooklyn will handle learning the truth about Gio? Will she forgive Lois or cut ties with her mother forever? And what role will Dante play as this drama unfolds? Next, we'll dive into the latest casting shakeups and storyline developments on General Hospital for the week of March 3rd to 7th. From surprising exits to new faces making waves in Port Charles, this week promises plenty of drama on and off the screen. Let's break it all down in detail and explore what these changes could mean for the show's future. Port Charles University, new faces and growing storylines. Let's start with the younger generation in Port Charles, where the cast of characters at Port Charles University, PCU, continues to expand. One name that's been popping up more frequently is Quinn, the best friend of Kai Taylor. Played by actor Jaquin Jackson, Quinn has been steadily gaining more screen time and mentions in recent episodes. While his role is still relatively minor, fans are beginning to speculate about how he might fit into larger storylines down the road. Could Quinn become entangled in some of the drama brewing among PCU students? Or will he serve as a confidant and ally for Kai as new challenges arise? The introduction of fresh faces like Quinn signals an exciting shift for General Hospital. By focusing on younger characters, the show is setting itself up to appeal to a broader audience while also laying the groundwork for new stories that could run parallel to the veteran characters' arcs. It's a smart move that ensures the longevity of the soap while keeping longtime fans invested. Assistant DA Turner, a thorn in Jason Morgan's side. Over at the Port Charles Police Department, PCPD, Assistant District Attorney Turner has been making her presence felt in a big way. Played by Nanzine Contractor, Turner has been laser-focused on bringing Jason Morgan to justice for Cyrus Renault's murder. Her determination reached a fever pitch during the week of February 24 to 28, when she seemed ready to pounce on any shred of evidence that could implicate Jason. For a moment there, things looked grim for Jason, as his DNA was found at Cyrus's hideaway cabin. A discovery that seemed poised to seal his fate. However, as fans know, Jason Morgan is no stranger to tight spots, and it remains to be seen whether Turner will succeed in her quest or if she'll be thwarted by Jason's resourcefulness and connections. What makes Turner such an intriguing addition to the cast is her fiery ambition and unrelenting drive. She's not just another background character, she's a force to be reckoned with, and her presence adds a fresh layer of tension to ongoing storylines. Fun fact, Nanzine Contractor is married to Carlo Rota, who plays Jens Sidwell on General Hospital. Could their real-life connection lead to future scenes between their characters? Only time will tell. T.J. Ashford, a character in limbo. One of the most talked about developments this week involves T.J. Ashford, played by Taj Bello since 2018. Fans were quick to notice that Bello's name was missing from the show's closing credits last week, sparking speculation about his status on the soap. While neither Bello nor General Hospital has officially confirmed his departure, there are strong indications that TJ may be transitioning from contract status to recurring. This news comes as TJ has been noticeably absent from major storylines in recent months. Since his breakup with Molly Lansing Davis, TJ has largely faded into the background while Molly moves on with Cody Bell. The lack of screen time has left fans wondering what's next for TJ and whether he'll remain a significant part of Port Charles' life or quietly fade away. In an Instagram post, Taj Bello hinted at what may be next for his character but stopped short of providing any concrete details. Could this mean TJ is gearing up for a big comeback? Or is this farewell? Either way, it's clear that fans aren't ready to say goodbye just yet. TJ has been a beloved character since his introduction, and many viewers are hoping he'll find his way back into the spotlight soon. Casting changes. What they mean for Port Charles. The potential loss of Taj Bello as TJ Ashford highlights a broader trend in soap operas. Cast shakeups are inevitable as storylines evolve and new characters are introduced. While it's always bittersweet to see familiar faces leave or take on reduced roles, these changes also create opportunities for fresh talent and new stories. Take Assistant DA Turner and Quinn from PCU as examples. Both characters are relatively new additions but have already begun carving out their own niches within General Hospital. Turner brings a fiery intensity to her role at the PCPD, while Quinn represents a younger generation with untapped potential for drama and intrigue. These casting decisions reflect General Hospital's commitment to balancing its rich history with its need to stay relevant in an ever-changing television landscape. By introducing new characters while still honoring its legacy players, the show ensures it remains dynamic and engaging for fans old and new alike. What lies ahead? As we look ahead to what promises to be another eventful week in Port Charles, one thing is certain: change is in the air. From casting shifts to evolving storylines, General Hospital continues to keep viewers guessing, and that's exactly why we keep tuning in. Will TJ Ashford find his way back into the fold? Can Assistant DA Turner finally bring Jason Morgan down? And what role will Quinn play as PCU becomes an increasingly prominent setting? These questions, and many more, will keep fans hooked as this beloved soap opera continues its decades-long run. Stay tuned for more updates on all your favorite characters and storylines. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about these casting changes? Are you excited about what's next for Port Charles?